Another Sunday to be remembered for now 26-time PGA Tour winner Rory McIlroy. A final round 65, catapulting him beyond Xander Schauffele to a 5-shot victory. The king of Quail Hollow back atop his throne for a 4th time. For more, we head into the Super Tower where CBS Sports lead golf analyst Trevor Immelman is standing by. Trevor, I mean, this was all-time stuff for Rory McIlroy, excuse me. I mean, we said it was Sunday singles at times, but it would have been hats and handshakes around the 13th hole if that was the case. How do you put into words what was such a spectacular Sunday for McIlroy?
Yeah, it sure was impressive, wasn't it? You know, the stumble at 7 with the 3-putt at the par 5 just to make the par, and then all of a sudden, it's almost like that 3-putt for the 2nd day in a row at the 7th hole got under his skin a little bit. And he decided to put that thing into gear and put his foot on the gas. From the 8th to the 15th hole, he played that 8-hole stretch in 8 under, and he left Xander Schauffele and the rest of the field in the dust.
I'm glad you brought up Xander, and I'm glad you brought up that gear, because despite what Xander would have done in this moment, I'm not sure there's a player on this planet that has the gear we just saw from Rory McIlroy. All due respect to Scottie Scheffler, we're going to see great duels in the not-too-distant future, but when you look at Xander in this type of tournament and the opportunity he had in front of him, it's almost full circle in what we saw at the Wells Fargo a year ago. Not that there's anything lacking in his game, but at what point do these failures start to feed into one another?
Yeah, look, I think you've been hearing some of those whispers already for as good as what he is. I mean, he is a spectacular talent. You expect him to have won more. He's had 18 top 10s since his last win, so he does have a lot of chances, but he hasn't quite found a way to convert them yet. And it's just a matter of not being able to hit the right shot at the right time. I look at what happened around the turn, similar to what happened yesterday when Rory started to eat into his lead. He had opportunities today. 11 and 12, he hits beautiful tee shots. He's got wedges from the middle of the fairway on those 2 holes. He plays those 2 holes in 1 over. You just cannot do that when you're trying to close it out at a signature event against the best field in golf. And those are the things that Xander's going to have to look in the mirror, dig deep, figure out, you know, what is it that I have to do to go to a place to where I can hit those shots at the right time. He's close. He's very, very close. For us as fans who know how great his talent is, it can be a little frustrating at times. I'm sure it's frustrating for him. I still do believe that he's going to find a way to figure it out. If you go back on my social media threads, I said at the start of the year, I think that Schauffele's going to take the next step in 2024 and really throw his name in the ring with the McIlroys and the Koepkas and the Schefflers, but still got to find that little special something.
You look at him relative to everybody else in this field not named Rory McIlroy, and another spectacular week here for Xander Schauffele. Nobody does a better job than our team with Golf on CBS telling this season-long story that we get into. And what an amazing chapter this was on Sunday, and an exciting chapter ahead here. You have 3 all-world golfers entering on form, off victories, 2 with streaks. I mean, how do you wrap your head around what you want to see and what we might see from Rory McIlroy next week?
Yeah, it sure is a great stretch of golf. This was a signature event. We've got a few more of those as we run into the FedEx Cup playoffs, 3 majors as well. You know, but just going back on what you said earlier, when we're giving Rory all of this praise, and it's rightfully so. He has played some brilliant golf to win with Shane Lowry at the Zurich, and then here. But let's not have too much recency bias. Let's just make sure we give Scottie Scheffler the appropriate respect and understand and remember the run that he was on. So he comes back next week. You got the defending champion, Koepka. Jon Rahm is going to have a little needle under his skin seeing these guys play so well and win tournaments. So I can't wait to get down to Valhalla. It's going to be an awesome week.
I'm looking forward to seeing you, though, although I think we're traveling there by different means. Your ride's behind you, Trevor, there just landed on the 18th fairway. A pleasure as always, pal. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Joe. I'll see you in a few days.
All right, here's a look at Rory's back-to-back wins. Last time was 2014. That was the Open Championship, the Bridgestone, and then the PGA. The rotation of majors obviously has changed. But again, 2 victories headed to Valhalla. His last major triumph. Will it be his next?